Hey folks, Positive Paul here. It is Tuesday, December 8th, 2020. And yeah, I survived the weekend and made it back to get on the internet. So I hope everybody's doing well. And as we try to figure out where we all fit into the picture here, we create more questions than answers. And this is where obviously the phony disinfo agents come in. The phony targeted individuals come in. Now, one aspect of the damage control program concerning satanic ritual abuse survivors that was initiated many decades ago, they knew that they couldn't kill all of us off, and there is a reason. But what I want to try to do is we need to get a handle on who the Gentiles are, where they came from, and who they are not. Now, who they are at this point is a difficult question to answer. But who they are not is very easy. And this is what I'm going to establish today. Because we are in a situation where if there ever was a church age, and there is a finish line to the church age that most people don't think that could be possible. Now, the type of person that might not buy in to the whole biblical timeline, specifically Daniel's 70 weeks and how it relates to the church age, is the Gentiles. Now, I would venture to say that your average run-of-the-mill Gentile can be easily mind-controlled, can be easily manipulated. They do jump on board with the herd mentality. And here's the question that I'm trying to figure out. Does a Gentile have characteristics of a Reptoid, a hybrid? Do they have the slit eye? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go over a couple quick things that I wanted to share. And it concerns my ability to communicate with other people. Now, as I've been on YouTube now, this is beginning of my 5th year, they've gone through great effort to make sure my testimony's stymied. My testimony can never be heard. Now, if you just look back at my recent, say, 3 months of videos, for some reason, these Reptoids do not want the average Joe Blow out there on YouTube to see my American Nazi Reptoid perp plane footage with the alien insectoids. And also, they don't like it concerning my orb footage, where you see me, orbs zipping in and out, practically, just getting right up on me. And for some reason, these particular videos have no views. But when it comes to, the exposure of these phony disinfo agents and these phony TIs, right? It seems to have a little more steam. So either way, here's what I wanted to get to. I see a lot of you good people that are hanging in there with me. You're making comments now. And if you would look at my older videos, if someone commented, it was probably removed, and YouTube counts on that person not doubling back to see if the comment is still there. So we do know they do remove comments. And what they've done to me for the past week is Google got on board. Now, in particular, Rich over there in Massachusetts, you had a question about the Stetson house. And I had made a nice long answer for you and they kept crashing and removing my reply to you, Rich. It's because I added in some comments concerning MIT. But no, I never have heard of the Stetson place. But what was happening is this error message kept coming up when I was trying to make replies. Now, furthermore, what happened the other day is I told you, some of these watchmen out here, I am sitting on so much stuff. These dopey reptoids do not realize that I've been sitting here for years just watching all of you phonies and seeing who's hooked up with who. And you know what's interesting is I'll never forget. We probably all know about Nania, right? She's probably, one of the so-called original targeted individuals. You can see her videos going all the way back to 2009. But what was interesting is recently, look, we all know Zeph is long gone. You can go to his website and go to the Zeph report and listen to him blather on. But Nania had made a video for Zeph back in the beginning of 2011. And it was a message to Zeph warning him that he should get out of Los Angeles because of the upcoming earthquake. Now, she's known for her predictions of natural disasters, and apparently she had accurately predicted the Japanese earthquake on, would have been March 11th, 2011, which ironically was 3 days after my son's birth, my birth of my son, on March 8th, Mardi Gras at 7:30 p.m., 2011. But yes, it's funny because now Zeph is gone, and mysteriously a couple days ago, Nania gave her little speech about how she's curtailing her YouTube videos and blah, blah, blah. But what was interesting is as she cleaned up her YouTube channel, she pulled the video concerning Zeph, the message to Zeph, which I have a screenshot of. So, look, none of you people from day one, all right, have scooted past me. I know exactly who the frauds were, who was put in place for this damage control concerning satanic ritual abuse survivors. And look, that's the biggest aspect, and there's other things going on out there, folks. Yes, you younger people got problems. I've always said that. But what happened is I was completely onto somebody with, their shape-shifting. And look at what YouTube does. They just at the moment I was trying to get screen captures and stuff, they crashed. Right? Like just, perfect timing. So yes, folks, I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you watching. I try to double back and see who's making comments. I never get notifications. So if, you don't see me reply, it's not because I don't want to. It's just, it's one of them things. So anyway, I appreciate the comments from Mighty Mouse. Poor little guy, not much we can do for him. I've been trying for 2 weeks as I've got very slim resources, barely feeding myself and trying to help Mighty Mouse out. More or less my son has been, quite the task. So let's slow down here. And I want to just go over a couple things with you people. And we don't need to get worked up and everybody just sit back and relax. Now, concerning the Gentiles, what I want to show you is, all right, here's going to be some examples as I'm in Mexico. And my son, he does his Roblox. He watches these gamers on, I guess, Netflix or YouTube or whatever. And I've noticed all these little kids, all right? Look, folks, all right, here's the question. Post-World War II, Do the Gentiles, will you see a Gentile with the slit eye? And if so, how does that happen? Now, we do know about the hybrid breeding program post World War II. We do know about, people that are demonically possessed would more than likely have the slit eye. But look, folks, it's all in your face. So what I want to show you is you're gonna really be amazed at this. Now watch this. So the other day I was somewhere where I went into this little store. They have little stores all over Mexico, little mom and pop stores. And in this particular one, the person had the TV going. Now, at the moment I walked in, I saw something that caught my eye on the TV. And very carefully, I busted out my phone, but not trying to cause a big brouhaha. I was able to capture this footage. Now, this is a Mexican TV program, and this will speak to one aspect of who the Gentiles are not. Now, watch this. Okay, let's just focus on these two for a minute. Now, remember what I tell you. Hey, they always got to touch theirself. Always got to touch theirself. Now, look, if you people don't think for 1 minute that humans are not way outnumbered, here's what you need to do. All you people that are focusing on these Hollywood types, all right? Look, we can catch them shape-shifting all day long. We know they're reptoids. And, specifically you, Enal Pekef, all right? It's nice you got your boy Joe Clement up there giving his spiel. And who knows, where does his knowledge come from? And, can you just, for once, just go average Joe Blow and do this. Now watch this. Watch. See that? Okay, folks, do you see that? Now, here's the thing, folks. Now, this is not Gentile. This is a hybrid. That the dominant DNA, whatever it is concerning, we'll call them individuals. There's something to do with the technology that does not jive with their DNA, and it gets scrambled, and this is where you get the shape-shifting. But when you look at everything else in the picture is fine. Look at these, whatever, orbs down there, the face, the leaves on the tree, the pattern. But look at this guy, all right? Look at this. Now watch what he does. He understands he's shape-shifting. What does he do? He has to turn and touch himself. Now, what is that they know, all right? They know when this occurs, and why do they touch themselves? Look, both of them. Look at her. Look at her, folks, all right? All right, so look, we got that. You got that. Now, here's just yesterday. These reptoids, for 3 days now, went nuts on me. And I know why. And I'm not going to say why. Now, we can certainly say that these red or blue underbelly American Nazi Reptoid perplanes can be holograms. And remember, the hologram will look like the real thing. But these alien insectoids are always with them. And this concerns me specifically. Because look, I love it. I appreciate you. Okay, people come on my channel. Well, you're not the only one with planes. And then when I go look to see if you can verify that, there's just no footage, nothing. So please, people, I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass Paul. If you're going to claim, come on my channel that, yes, okay, you're getting planes, well, tell us why and show us. Now, look, here's what happened. We know about Stewart, all right? he's the only one left concerning Montauk, right? Because I don't count. And the other ones are dead. Now, again, folks, this whole damage control program took a giant perp army, all right? And Stewart's one of the ones that had been there from day one. Now look at this guy, all right? Here he is. Here he is, his most recent video, all right? And what you do is you can see, what you got to understand at that moment what he started talking about. And this is where they lose it, all of them. Now again, Stewart's, I think, a sellout human that uses the technology. But you can see where his eyelid is. It's starting to get distorted. But it gets worse, folks. And look, right there's the slit eye right there. But watch this. Watch this. Okay. Look, he starts freaking out. He turns his head. And look, she's seen this before. She's just looking at him like, oh my God, here we go. He turns back. Okay, folks, do you see that? Now, what do I tell you? The eyeballs, the lips, the hands, the fingers. All right? See, Stewart knows his time is almost up. He knows exactly who I am. Now, look at him. He's going, oh my God, help me, please. And what does he do? What does he do? They're always got to touch themselves. Look at his mouth. All right? Take a quick look on your boy, Swerdlow. Always got to touch themselves. Now look, he's a separate case. But what I want to show you is, folks, is from the get-go, these jokers concerning these targeted individuals, from the get-go, they were. No, let's slow down, folks. All right, everybody, settle back. I'm gonna tell you like this. All right, that as things wind down here concerning the biblical ramifications on this end time scenario, as we await the second coming, the enemy certainly wants their mouthpieces, their spokespeople out there spreading their disinfo. Now, if you had, all right, people that spoke the truth, and they're here and there, there's going to be, I would imagine at this, it's like 1,000 to 1, folks. 1,000 perps to 1 truther, 1 real truther. Now, what you're looking at is this Ramallah D. All right, this lazy lying lizard. And the old crusty Draco hybrid, Karlstrom. All right? Now, look at him. Look at it, okay? Here we go. Now, what happened is look at Ramallah. Look at Ramallah, all right? Look at her face. She's always puzzled, always bewildered. But look, Karlstrom is freaking out. He's having a breakdown. And look at Ramallah. She's going, oh my God, get it together. Now, what happened is these Dracos, look, they're scripted, they're programmed, all right? And once they get off script, they lose it. So what happens is they turn into the cartoon characters that they are. And remember, everything else in the picture is just fine. Look at the mouth, the hands, all that, people. Look at the cabinets in the back, the mugs, the lighting, all right? We got to get a clue. Now look at Ramallah. She's just sitting there like, do you think that she would stop the video? No. So it gets worse. Now, folks, when you see that, all right, you get down on your knees and you start praying. Now, for one, that's not a Gentile. And 2, this is one of the original individuals from the hybrid breeding program post-World War II, due to his age. Now remember the sawtooth effect, all right, folks? Now, see, he don't know when to quit either. Look at his hand. And look at Ramallah. Ramallah's just like, oh my God. It's Frankenstein all over again. Look at his eye, folks. Come on. Everything else in the background is perfect. All right. So enough. Now this goofball, Brian 2. Here he is again. Always getting hurt. Always getting hurt. If you are following this guy, cease and desist. Unsubscribe. He's a phony plant. And there is no R&M supercomputer. Yeah, there is something like it, but it doesn't do what he's talking about. There he is again, all right? His big act. Oh, my heart, my ears, my ears, my ears. Oh, supercomputer. You're looking at a